So, without further ado, let's just get right into it. So, I've done a few things. We're here. We're playing Dyson Sphere Program again, playing the same game. I've done a few things since we were last online. Let's see. What would be... Oh, did I mention this last time? I set up a system using deuterium fuel rods. Did we discuss this? And then I created some deuterium plants to help alleviate some of the power issues we were having. And it seems to be working right now. We've got a lot of excess power. I think we're good to go in that regard. Also, let's see. We talked about the interplanetary logistics systems that we've got going on. And we've talked about the orbital collectors. We've got those, and the way those were made to happen, by the way, was by setting these up. What we did is I set up some factories to create batteries, which you can see them over here. I don't know why I didn't discuss this before. This is kind of an important one. So we built some batteries. They call them something else, I think. Accumulators, yes, but it's a battery, it's a capacitor. I don't know, think of one or the other. It holds power. It's a way of sticking power into a physical package and sending it somewhere. So that's what we did. We set up these assemblers right here that build empty accumulators, and then we bring them over here to these energy exchangers, which can be set up to either charge accumulators, as these are. So what it does is it takes in empty accumulators and spits out ones that are completely charged, or you can set it up to discharge. So if we wanted, we could set these things up so that it does nothing but fill empty batteries, and we could ship them off to a planet and set up a couple more of these, and the mirror image of which would be discharging the batteries to help us produce power. We can do that. That's one way we can get power to a place that doesn't have a power system yet. Honestly, I don't use them very often at all, because usually I can get to a planet and say, yeah, we're going to set up some solar, we're going to set up some wind. So that's how those work. But the reason I did set these up is that you can see these full batteries right here. It says accumulator full. They come this way, and they come over here to the orbital collectors. They are actually a necessary ingredient in the orbital collectors, because they're not actually attached to any power system. They sit up there, they orbit a gas giant, and they collect up the stuff in a gas giant. So that being the case, they need accumulators in theory. So we got that set up. Also, okay, the point of setting these up right here, getting a ready supply of stuff that you can just grab. The point of this was so that we could, when we're ready to explore a planet, we've got a ready source of these things that we can just grab. As it is, I think I should have a stack. Yeah. I have a small stack of interstellar logistics stations in my pocket, and they're about in my pocket, right? And they're about the biggest thing you can possibly produce in this game. So anyway, yeah, there's that. Let's see. Also, let's go over here, and somewhere. Oh yeah, right. I've got these logistics vessels being produced as well. So if you're going to set up any kind of logistics system somewhere, you can bring some vessels with you as well, so you don't have to pick. It's one of those things that you'd be like, oh man, I came over here and I don't have the materials to build these things. How the hell do I build them? And I mean, you can see right there how they're built, but titanium, I mean, what is it? Titanium alloy is not something you can just grab some copper and iron and stone and just tell your internal assembler to create it. No, you have to bring that with you. So why not just have a ready supply of logistics vessels you can just grab as well. So by doing this, by setting up a supply of logistics vessels, setting up a supply of interplanetary, interstellar logistics systems, accumulators, orbital collectors, by doing that, we're actually increasing our ability, we're increasing the ease with which we can just show up at a planet, get stuff set up, and get right to business instead of spending time, crap, forgot something, I need to do this before I get to business. So anyway, so that's why I've set these up. So as you're off on that planet, meanwhile here they're building up they're resupplying a modest little supply, and it's ready for you the next time you need to go to a planet. So I highly suggest, if you're going to do this and get a supply of logistics vessels going, in addition to all the other stuff like the belts, the inserters or the sorters, and the splitters, and all of those usual things you need for logistics, set up a small set of factories here, a set of assemblers that just hooks you up with a set of logistics network, logistics system stuff. And so that's what I've done here. That's why I've done all that. Also, did we talk about this? I'm not so sure we did, but I've got green science being produced. I think the last time we built some, let's see, drop down here. I think last time we set up warpers, but we didn't set up, let's see how many we got. Oh yeah, we got plenty, but we didn't set up any green science. And all green science is, if we take a look, it's basically the same graviton lenses plus these quantum chips. So I set up some quantum chip production on the sly over here. And how are we doing on that, by the way? Logistics, or quantum chips don't go super fast. So am I streaming from a workshop of some kind? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. This is my workshop, because this is what I do as a regular job. I'm self-employed. So yes, this is my workshop. I've getting it set up, and so now I've got my computer here, and this workshop, by the way, is the end result of several years worth of on and off renovations in this barn. So yes, thank you for noticing, though. But yeah, we're back to oh yeah, the arrows, right? Let's talk about that. See this string of arrows right here? Okay, so I have a target. I've got a place that I want to go. And that is, can I get it to show up? Is that it right there? Yeah, I think that's it right there. Going Naos. It's 5 light years away, but it's got some stuff that we're gonna need. So as I was doing all this stuff in the background, I kind of wanted to not lose focus. I wanted to know where I wanted to go next. And so that's what's going on. We're gonna head there, and I just wanted the arrows to kind of point me and remind me what the major goal here is. Because I have a bad case of OGB, old guy brain, and stuff just falls out of it. So that's a reminder to me. So I know what we got to do. Now, old guy brain just totally lost train of thought. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do there. We're gonna head in that direction. We talked about green science, and all right, seems like there was something I was going to build. Oh, right. So where we're going is a lava planet. And as a matter of fact, that's what I was going to do. So because it's a lava planet, I need power. And I think power on a lava planet, you can either use geothermal or the other usual power plant stuff, but let's double check this, because I was going to double check this. Let's get out. Where's Naos? Right there. Gotta see where my thingies are pointing here. Right there. Okay, Naos. Okay, let's look at it. So where I want to go is Naos 1. A lava planet. Planet is lava. Alright. And it's got lots of iron ore, lots of copper ore. It's got some silicon, titanium. So what I want to do is I want to set this place up to produce some of our basic stuff. Ultimately, I'd like to set it up to build green motors. I'm going to call them green motors. I can't remember off the top of my head. Can I look here and see what they are? What are they called? Electromagnetic turbines. So I want to set this planet up to produce those and then import them, and that will take a lot of strain off of our system here on the main planet. Also, while we're here, notice it says the solar energy ratio is 133%. So right there, that tells us that solar cells gonna work best. Wind, not so much. Now I could bring some wind farms to go to this planet up here, for example, at Naos 2. Oh, that's volcanic ash. Where was it? One of these was ridiculous. That's only 100%. It's got some stuff we could use though. Okay, right here. This was it. Naos 4 is got 150% wind energy ratio, and it's got a crap ton of iron and optical grading crystals. Okay, optical grading crystals is something you're not going to find on every planet. You might find one planet every couple systems that has it. It's one of those things. As a matter of fact, there were a few things. Oh, okay, this one has organic crystals. Yeah, there's a couple of goodies in this system. But let's take a look at something. The organic crystals, we don't see them here. However, if I'm not mistaken, one of these, was it right here? Yeah, optical grading crystals. If we want to make the little pink triangles, there's an alternative recipe for that, and that uses optical grading crystals. So it serves a purpose. That would help us out there as well. We could set up a system of assemblers that would make those. Import them, saves us some trouble. However, in order to do all this importing we're talking about, bonus points for having the most cluttered inventory seen in a while. Yeah, sorry, this is me. Not so organized. Even the shop isn't terribly organized. So what can I tell you? I will never claim to be organized. In fact, one of the reasons I love to stream is I learn stuff from folks. If it were a game like Mass Effect or something where there's a storyline, and I would say, backseating, not a good idea. Let me figure that out on my own. However, in something like this is it's a sandbox game. I learn stuff. So I learn stuff every time, almost every time. Someone teaches me something, so I enjoy it. So yeah, I do not claim to be organized. I don't claim to be very good, but I have stuff that I can share. I try to share the stuff that I do know, stuff that I don't know, like how to keep my inventory organized. There used to be a way too. I used to know how to keep everything organized, but I forgot that command. Okay, but anywho, one of the things I needed to do since I'm here and I've got green science going. Question though. Do I have green science actually going to the science lab? I'm not sure that I do. Let's find out, shall we? Because I might be foobar there. Yeah, I don't think green science actually goes to the lab, so we're gonna have to make that happen. Which that's gonna be interesting. Gotta do some belt weaving. The thing is, the green science is not being produced. Curved on the upper right of the inventory will sort it. Oh, but you have so many different things, it won't help too much. Okay, well, let's take a look at that real quick. Booyah. Okay, yeah. And I've seen that. That's what it was. I think I've seen that arrow before. However, ever since that time, I've seen that, and I'm like, oh, that's the typical. It looks like return or go up one level or go back. You know what I mean? It's like the universal sign of, I won't say enter, but back in the old days, or like escape, get out, back out of. If you ever had a Commodore 64 or a VIC-20, instead of the Enter key, I think it said return, because it had a British type keyboard, which mimicked a typewriter, and you hit the return key and it goes to the next line. But anyway, I thought that kind of meant back out. I didn't realize that meant sort. Awesome. Good to know. Thank you. That's one thing I learned today. All right, so now I got to do some belt stuff. Yes, it's not that different from the symbol on the Enter key on some keyboards. Yeah, exactly. And some applications, programs, or whatever have adopted that symbol as sort of an escape, back out symbol, you know. And I guess I saw it and I made an assumption, and of course we all know what assuming does. So yeah, I assumed. Bad idea. All right. One of the things I love about this game is the science cubes. I call them science cubes. Kind of like the science vials in Factorio. So I love dragging these things across, and the fact that they've got this sort of self-illuminating thing going on, it's very cool. All right. Bring it up this far. Meanwhile, see, we're sort of killing time here because I only just got that solar cell production started, and I need it to kind of build up a supply of solar cells. And then once it has that supply of solar cells, we can go places. Okay, also, let me go ahead and get this started. Upgrades. I'm thinking either Universe Exploration 4 or yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's go Universe Exploration 4. That'll be the next one. And then there was another one. It was Drive Engine 5. And we'll get that one going. Let's just get it started. It's going to take a while, but that will add to our warp speed. All right, let's see where we're going to go with this. Oh, come on. Ah. A tree right there at the end. Need to get out of there just to increase visibility here a little bit. Okay, there we go. At least go that far. And then to there, down this way, and then to there. All right. And then let's go ahead, throw this puppy in here. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to do that every so often. Just sort my inventory out to kind of keep it cluttered. I haven't decluttered it. I will say this much. I do occasionally declutter it. And I usually keep some... oh my gosh. Spaghetti out the wazoo. You are not lying. And I have tried... Believe it or not, there was some effort to keep it organized, but that went out the window early on when I realized, nope, spaghetti it's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. One of these one of these storage things that I have floating around here, I just put random crap in it in an attempt to keep it organized, but I think I'm going to end up putting a whole bunch of crates around that are just going to have random crap, and I can't even keep my unorganized stuff organized. I mean, you're allowed to have 1 or 2 random item drawers in your house. Everyone has to have it. It's just, you know, no matter how organized you are, you just have to have a random drawer in the house, or a drawer in the house is just full of random stuff. And, but you can't have 8 of them. If you have 8 such drawers, there's a problem. And I refuse to set up a whole crap ton of these random item storage units on a single planet. There should be one place. And where is it? Like right here, this is my bootstrap base just to develop this planet. And now this planet has become a base for developing the rest of the galaxy. But over here, I could have sworn I had one random item crate, and that appears to not be the case. I refuse to believe that. Huh. Alright, well, I guess I better find it. I swear, psych your mind. Alright, well, heck with it. Let's pick a spot for one, and that's gonna be it, I guess. And I'm thinking over here, because this is sort of the edge of, like, this basically produces most of the basic crap that I use to develop the rest of the system, the rest of the galaxy. So to that end, I'll make a crate and I'll put random crap in it. So I just got to remember that this is the crate. All right, so I don't need that. Don't need that. Deuterium. I don't think I have some place where I can immediately burn that. I should do that too. I should just set up a generator to just, oh, you know what? There it is. We're going to set this generator up, and the whole point is just going to be to burn random garbage. Can we do that? I think. Yeah, I think we can do that. Okay. Put that there. Drop yon crate. Where'd yon crate go? Right, cha. If you don't care about it, you can just drop it on the ground and delete it. That is true. That is true. You gotta know me, though. I am such a pack rat. In fact, you talk about this workshop. My father-in-law came in here one time, and he's like, so, he asked my wife, does Eric have some kind of fear that someday the world is going to end and there's going to be a shortage of bits of wire that are 12 inches or shorter? Because there's a crap ton of them. Which is true, but at the same time, there have been a number of cases where I needed some random item. Really? I needed some random item, and it happened to be that I saved it from like 15 years ago. And I actually have to do a repair or fix something because I have that little piece of garbage. Okay, so this, does that burn? That doesn't burn, but this burns. That burns. Did I dumped the deuterium in here, didn't I? Yeah, take that out. We're gonna put that in here. That'll burn. These diamonds will burn. I can't see anything here. I mean, I got these. Actually, the energetic graphite. I'll throw one in here because now that I've got these deuterium fuel rods powering my internal system, I don't think I'm going to need any of these energetic graphites. Okay. The warpers I'm going to hang on to, but boom, 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 boom. These aren't terrible things. That one item, I don't think I need that. Because I have a tendency to grab whole stacks of things, and sometimes I doubly so. I'll grab like 2 stacks. And I really don't need to do that. I've got full accumulators, empty accumulators. I don't think that's necessary. Get rid of that. See, go through, see what else. Nope. I think that's good. I think that's good. Now if I... Okay, we'll sort that out. There we go. I've got a couple of these big buildings. I'm going to keep these... You know, this energy exchangers, I got 2 of them, but I don't think I need them immediately. In fact, yeah, let's get rid of that. Utility poles, I will grab some more of those. No. I think for now that'll be good for now. You can burn diamonds, right? Yeah, you can burn them. Okay. And right now that's going through the energetic graphite. Fine. Okay. I agree generally with not wasting the game. However, dropping a few bits of ore or sample components is significant. Yeah, I get it. I'm not dissing that as an option, not at all. It's just that's just me. It's my own personal habits. I should get used to it. I need to be okay with it, but it's a hard habit to break. So yeah, totally agree with you. I'm not knocking that at all. Just saying, this is just a personality quirk that I have. Okay, we're gonna grab a couple of those. We'll grab some more of those. And what else? Belts. Yeah, how about them? Belts are cool. Belts are awesome. All right. Okay, we've had plenty of time to produce. Actually, I'm probably going to grab even more belts. A bunch of these. So, let's see. I should probably grab that whole tham ding. And then I'm going to grab even more belts. Just because. Alright, so I've got power. I've got logistics vessels. I've got... I do have logistics right there, yeah. Okay, so I've got the interplanetary logistics system. The only thing I would like to do... I'm going to set up one more thing here. Over this way. Okay. Okay, so I've got warpers going into this thing. I'm going to set this up as a source of warpers. So where are you? Right there. But we're going to do this. Okay, right there. Boom. Stop. 200. Okay, good. They're intended to be logistic slots. So you know the slots on the left can be used for intended to be logistic. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't. I think that's a relatively new thing, and I haven't gotten used to that yet. And I know I need to. I haven't gotten used to the idea of setting up. I do it on Factorio all the time. I'll have certain things that I want to be constantly fed, but I don't use them like I should. And yeah, that's something I need to do. There's a few things in this game that I really kind of need to do. Okay, this is remote supply, local demand. Okay, that's good. We'll leave it just like that. There's a couple of things, not the least of which are these these spray coaters. The what do we call them? What the heck do we call it? Oh yeah, the proliferators. The proliferator stuff. You need to lower the min load vessels on the ILS in order to pick up under a max load. Ah, right. Right. The min load of vessels on that ILS. Oh, right. Okay, so let's see. Right. Right, otherwise it's going to sit there and wait, isn't it? So if I set it at, let's say 20%, that works. That should be good. All right. Good point, because now that you mentioned that, I remember that being an issue, and it never occurred to me to, see, I'm learning stuff. Never occurred to me to set that, because otherwise that'll load up with 200 will show up in the vessels, and then yeah, it's just, why not just make it so that it can leave with a smaller load. So does this not have any logistics vessels assigned to it? Well, that's a load of horse crap. So let's go ahead, and I thought I had done that already. I guess not. There. So one of the things I did is that I set this up as a way to keep the iron, copper, I think that's it for now, coal as well. But I haven't brought any coal in, but I've set it up as a way to kind of keep the local systems, the bootstrap base here on the planet supplied, because it's starting to run out of iron ore. Okay, so I've got all that. I think I'm ready to go. I can set up a modest copper and iron production on site if I need any. But you know what? I will grab a couple. Copper. I'll grab a couple of those, and I will even grab a couple of those, because I'm more than likely I'm going to have to set up some smelters as well. All right. I've got warpers loaded. Oh, utility poles. I wasn't paying attention. Did you put vessels? Put vessels into the warper? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. I put vessels into the into this. Yeah, ILS. I put it in here because I didn't have any. I hadn't maxed out the number of vessels yet. I just loaded this up. I had no vessels. I was counting on the suppliers of the iron ore and the copper ore. I was counting on them basically to supply the vessels. So that's what that was about. Yeah, no, that's all right. Okay, now I gotta grab some utility poles, and I'm gonna head off this Plamdanet. Oh, what time is it? 7:18 locally, and I thought I just heard a truck. Today's the day they pick up our dumpster. Oh, you know what? Ah, you know, I should bring wind farms just because I'm going to that system. I should do that. Should. Will. Huh. Do you have enough miners? Oh, God bless America. Not really. In fact, I've got enough that I should be able to build a whole crap ton of them. In fact, I'm going to do that. That'll actually open up a couple of extra slots, to be honest. Mine, I don't have smelters with. I got a couple of smelters. I know I'm going to end up putting a couple, but I'm not really going to. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. All right, that actually opens up some slots to bring a couple more wind farms, and that's what I'm going to do. But once I get to the planet, I'm just going to start laying out solar cells. Let's do this thing. All right. Boy, it sucks up speed fast. Or it sucks up stored energy. And then, there we go. I think this is the first time in this game I've done warp travel. Wow, that sucked my energy dry. Right. And that is why the warp drive engine needed some more juice. You've completed warp drive 3.26 light years. Blah. Yeah, well, that was embarrassing. I forgot about that whole part, that when you're first starting out in this game, your warp engines are so inefficient. I have so little energy. Well, let's see how far I can go. Come on. Stay on target. Yeah, okay. Now, it's less about the warp engine, more about how much power the mech can store. That is also true. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm dumping stuff. Great. So, question, can I take this copper and just dump it? Just grab a bunch of something and put them into the logistics slots. That's a thought, right. So it's so that I'm to understand then, it's basically littered, right? Okay, you know, I can pick it up. Got it. Okay. I see. Interesting. Oh man, now that's going to be a nasty habit for me though. I'm just going to start throwing stuff in the logistics slots without thinking much about it. Oh, I got some extra space there. Oh, I can... oh, it's bad. That's going to be bad. Alright. Alright, let's go to this lava planet. Incoming! They hold more than a single stack, so you can probably click your solar panels, for instance. You can probably store them. Oh, really? Can we try that? Now you got me wondering. So if I go da-da... Oh, that's interesting. Well, shoot. Okay. This is interesting. So can I actually pull from them as an inventory slot? So if I okay, first of all, let's get down to the equator, which is where I want to be. Gotcha. This looks like the equator. Almost all. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 6 stacks. That's pretty good. I'm good with that. So let's see. Need foundation support. Got it. Okay. It's a little too close there. The building drones will not pull from them, but you can get as many at a time as you... Okay. Well, I can still set this up. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, stop it with the... I gotta turn these notifications off, stupid thing. Alright, let's see what we can do with the belts. So if I do this... Oh, no, not those. 5,000 belts. 1,800 at a time. Okay. Interesting. Very cool. Good to know. I'll go ahead and put these here since I'm going to need them. Very good to know. The cap will increase with the inventory upgrades. Okay. Gotcha. I see the upgrades as I see that as a thing, but I never really paid attention as to exactly what they were for. The inventory upgrades. I get it now. Okay, whatever. Okay. Fudge. Alright. Alright, let's start walk around and place foundations. Well, generally the inventory upgrade simply gives you more inventory slots. Yes, I have noticed that. No, it was something else. It was, hang on. Let's see if I can see it. No, I get that part, like the inventory capacity. But it was something about the logistics. I thought there was something about the logistics. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe I'm getting it confused with a different game. Not the sorter, cargo stacking. I understand the distribution range. No, I get the inventory capacity. I got that. Maybe I'm mixing it with something else. Lower half. Sorter, cargo stacking. Logistics carrier capacity. Logistics carrier engine. I understand that. Distribution range. Yeah, that one? That one's... Okay, so... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I get that it means how far the drones will go, but I'm guessing it's by... Because it says it's by degrees. So I don't know if it's by degrees from the equator or if it's by degrees... like... longitudinally? Like degrees of longitude? Or latitude? Or both? Not quite sure. So, I don't know if it works both ways. So, latitude? Yeah, don't know. Don't know. Like, if you were to set it... I'll have to do that. I'm gonna have to set one, like, right on the equator, and then set a receiver, a matching one, on the equator, 180 degrees longitude from it, and see what it does. And just experiment with it. Just because. Okay, so let's grab... you know what? I knew I was coming here, and I should have thought to bring foundations. because I know I'll run out. One of the most important things to bring to the lava planet is foundations, so you can go around the equator and set up solar cells. You don't have them in an ILS now with all those storages. I've got them somewhere, but I don't have them in an ILS, no. No, in fact, I'm only just starting to get the ILSs set up. I mean, that's probably not a terrible idea, is just set up a bunch of them, a bunch of ILSs, and just have them ready. But generally speaking, I don't set up enough power. Also, you know, the foundation can be transparent if you want it to be. Is that one of the decoration options? I know you can decorate it, but was it lay foundation, no decoration? Is that what it is? No, you are using lay foundation, no decoration. Let me see. Is that it? Transparent? Oh yeah, okay. That's cool. Matter of fact, I kind of like that idea better. Oops. Right? Yeah, there we go. Is that gonna work? Son of a bitch. You're overcooking my grits here, buddy. Alright, let's go along the path, and since I want to ring the whole planet as it is. Alright. Set that up. Dadgummit. Alright. I would use larger squares, except for the fact that I just did not pack enough. I knew I was coming here, and I knew I was going to need foundations for just this purpose. And I failed. Alright. Yeah, foundation is one of the first times. Yeah. Yeah, it should be. You know... Because I generally don't think of the ILS as a thing that... As a thing that can keep me supplied. Like, I generally think of it as, okay, this is part of the overall logistics system, but I forget that sometimes it can be used as a... you know, a way to call on the things you may have forgotten. And there's a lot of things that I'd forget. For sure. So there's definitely a use for that strategy in my type of gameplay. Only thing is, I need to also remember that in order to do that, you have to have a lot of available power, and I need to make sure I do that. Because when you drop, as you probably know, when you drop one of these ILSs in place, it's an immediate Boom. Yeah, belts, sorters, buildings, everything. Yep. Yep. So you just, yeah, there you go. All you got to do is request them and they come to you. But I always forget that. The problem I need to cope with is that if I do that, then I need to get used to the fact that power becomes an issue. And I need to be ready for the extra power demand. Because you know what it's like when you drop a logistics system, the ILS, onto a onto your power grid. All right. Foundation support, for crying out loud. Okay. You know what, ILS can supply resources even when not powered? Oh, really? So what is the purpose of it? To charge the vessel? What's the purpose of powering it up? To charge the vessels, maybe? I never power ILS on planets I'm collecting resources. Huh. So what is it for? Is it then for powering up the vessels? For charging the vessels? Because that's the whole reason I set these, usually. Well, on the receiving end, you need power to power the ships. Okay. But otherwise, they'll just sit there and supply your stuff? Gotcha. That's very good to know. See, I always figured it was the only way you can keep, you know, it's there, and in order to power it up, in order to use it, you gotta power it up. Even unpowered, they're available on network as a supply location. Okay. And your ships will just power up at whatever, what's the word? They'll power up at whatever receiving end. Okay. I like it.